pretty early morning in Paris. Crucially, it's also damp and wet. And we've come right down to the motorway that surrounds the city to watch the unfurling of a banner by Generation Identitaire. Banners about a man who historically drove Muslims out of Europe with violence.
Charles Martel was the first European to push back the Arab and Muslim invasion.
And are you guys the second?
Well, we'd like to believe so, yes. Instead of brandishing a pen or a pencil and saying we will fight terrorism with our words and our images, the reality of the matter is that that's not how it happens.
How do you fight terrorism then?
You fight terrorism, you fight fire with fire.
Their views are pretty controversial and they were happy to talk to us about them. But I wanted to know why they hold those views and why they think they're acceptable. So I went to meet this guy. He's Pierre Larty and he's the leader of the group in Paris. I joined him in the small, sweaty clubhouse they like to call headquarters.
If we would be in a safe country, maybe we will not practice box, but this is one of our answers. Being ready to answer by our body, it means by fight.
Yeah, saying to your worst enemy, this is the one. We want to have the right to be proud, to be a French, to be a European. This is one of our leaflets.
Why is it dangerous to have a mosque here?
Because, you know, the terrorism needs Islam to develop itself. So if you don't have any Islam in your country, you don't have any terrorism.
So you have a specific problem with Islam?
Yeah, at this period, yes. This is not racist because, first of all, a religion is not a race. And
is it Islamophobic?
No, because
well, it is because you don't like Islam.
No, I am not Islamophobic because I have not frightened about Islam people. I respect Islam. I respect every belief, every religion, but the belief, the religion, and the expression of that have to stay at home. And for Muslim, they have to stay in their country.
Why did you decide to get involved with Generation Identitaire? Because only 2,500 people in France have.
I decided because I don't like the idea to be a loser. And
you don't want to be
a loser.
A loser.
And because I want to win, I want to stay in France, to live in France peacefully, and for me and for my children, with my identity, which I think is the most important thing for me and for my civilization.
We followed the group on one of their activities as they went to give handouts to the homeless, but only the homeless who they consider to be French, actively avoiding immigrants, people from another country, or people who are not white.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
We got our sweatshirt, which is written Génération Solidaire. It means solidarity generation.
Oh, this guy's a white guy with a beard. I'm not sure if they're doing this for the homeless or to make their point.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir, monsieur. But he doesn't speak French, so you
Doesn't speak French.
You don't know where he's from.
No.
I mean, how do you judge whether they're French or not?
We know because of the color of his skin. It's a fact.
Why does it stop at Europe though? Why don't you just want to help your brothers? Like, are you called like brothers? Why do you just want to help other human beings?
I would love help all the world, but the facts are we have 6 million unemployees. We have a lot of poor people in France, and this is our mission.
My ancestors, my grandparents, great-grandparents, I mean, it goes back for centuries. They've
Definitely.
lived here forever.
You've checked?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't checked. Yes.
Okay.
Why should we embrace them if they don't want to be here?
But they do want to live with you. They bought houses here and they work here.
They want to make this their place.
Isn't where you're heading with this kind of dangerous? It is racist.
As I said before, we didn't bring racism to this. We didn't bring the war to them. They brought it to us.
And you want to fight it back, like Charlie Martel.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
The French Prime Minister referred to the rising racism and tensions in France as a type of apartheid, and lots of people leapt on him for saying that it was quite extreme. But they were actively selecting people in need to help based on where they were from and based on the colour of their skin. I've never had the chance actually to sit and talk to people who are so openly anti-Muslim or anti-immigrant. It's something that they're worried about in their country and they're afraid of, and that worry is channeling itself into Islamophobia.